This is Johnny Zick here, and we're in San Francisco. And I'm here speaking to Anya and Pavel of Rainbow Pierogi. Hello, welcome to the show.
Hi there.
Hi.
And I found out about you guys about a year ago. I saw your little ad in the Polish Festival brochure. Tell me a little bit about the organization.
Well, Rainbow Pierogi was started in 2017. It was kind of spontaneous initiative. We actually signed up just literally 3 hours before the deadline for San Francisco Pride. We didn't have a concept at the time. It was just all kind of like, we want to be out there. We want to show that there's a Polish community living in the Bay Area and that we're positive, we're open-minded, we're loving individuals who embrace, the diverse scope of humankind. And I've met Anya just a year ago, before that, and I kind of just knew it's Anya, I want to create something and let's talk it out. And she came up with this positive, wonderful, warm, fuzzy symbol of a Rainbow Pierogi, which I think was so simple and yet so powerful, with the tagline "Love from Poland." And I thought these two things just joined so well, and have been also embraced, by our community, other people, beyond what we anticipated.
Yep. It was a very open, welcoming sign, and a lot of people found each other through the symbol because they didn't know that we even exist. And it was just amazing that we met so many wonderful people through us creating a opportunity to meet.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you're both from Poland. Right?
Yes.
Okay. And you felt that there needed to be a Polish representative here in the Bay Area for the LGBT community, right?
Mm-hmm. For me, it was more creating hope for people in Poland, so they could see how we are kind of supporting their fight for equality, marriage equality especially, and just having them see how in San Francisco there are allies for their fight, and that we're in this place that everything is possible when you're gay, lesbian, trans, and everybody's embracing you. You can be a teacher and being out. And in Poland it's no, unacceptable. You cannot be a teacher. You barely can be a politician.
Okay.
That was for me my reason for doing that.
Okay. So go ahead and elaborate on the perspective in Poland as a LGBT person would go through.
So I have a lot of friends who are struggling with acceptance from their family, and I think even in this, when you cannot even be open who you are in this little, most caring and embracing environment that should be, how hard it is to be open in society if there's no acceptance for that, right? So, and here you can be just accepted for who you are. Right?
And from what I understand is that neither one of you are actually LGBT. We're both heterosexual allies, and so you found that you needed to put yourselves out there or start this organization. So as a straight ally, what do you have to say about that?
Yeah, so I think that's definitely interesting in regards to that Rainbow Pierogi is created by two straight folks. But I don't think that really changes a lot, because through this initiative we've met a wonderful plethora of Polish LGBTQ people who have become our dear friends at this point. And one kind of anecdote, the kind of tearful anecdote that I bring up during the first Rainbow Pierogi that we did in San Francisco Pride in 2017, as I'm gearing up to kind of put the people together. Also, with the co-founder of the Warsaw Equality Pride Parade with us, which I think was a pure coincidence. It was amazing, dressed up in this traditional Polish armor with a rainbow motif. But anyway, as we're putting everything together, just something that was created within 30 days, I get this text from my dad, and it's just a litany of curse words saying how I bring shame to the family, how he's ashamed of me, and it really just it squeezed me in that moment. We're literally an hour away from marching, and I'm getting this really hateful message from someone who raised me, who taught me tolerance, told me acceptance. You know, my parents are, you know, mid-50s, and just in that moment, I was kind of like, oh, so this is how it feels like, but probably 100 times worse if you're, you know, lesbian, gay, trans. And I knew I can talk to him. This is not, you know, we're not going to stop talking, but it definitely just gave me even kind of more motivation to get out there, do this, because I don't want people to be in a situation where they have to experience this kind of misfounded hate, or maybe not so much hate, but dislike, not understanding exactly why do we need to stand up for other people, you know, in our community or just in general in the world.
So where do you expect? I mean, I know Rainbow Pierogi is not just for the political portions. You do potlucks and social events. Where do you plan on this going? Where do you want to go with this organization?
I think we would like some other folks in different cities to get the same kind of idea of creating a space for people to meet and create a little communities in different cities. So we would love the idea of Rainbow Pierogi to just spread organically, and some other people, you know, in Chicago, like organizing the same potlucks and meeting their people, you know.
Yeah, I think it's just this doughy message of love should be out there in the United States and the world, and also just send a signal within the Polish American community that, you know, there are members of our community who don't feel quite comfortable being out, and maybe we need to just kind of create, you know, and offer them a space that they can be themselves. And we've seen that through, like, on our local turf, people telling us their stories, how they were shocked. They were like, I'm sorry, a Rainbow Pierogi, like, you know, marching in San Francisco Pride? Like, who are you people? Like, because they've interacted with some aspects of the Polish community here, which we refer to as Polonia, and, you know, and telling someone, this is my husband, they would get a very cold reception immediately, and that was kind of it. They knew they couldn't interact with that circle of friends because everything revolved around certain traditional formats, like, you know, rituals, church, and pretty much that's it, and some kind of like old-fashioned traditional Polish festivals. That is a portion of, you know, of being Polish, but that doesn't define, I think, modern day Poles who are still fighting for equality, especially now, fighting for acceptance, and just being kind of just bringing us into the 21st century.
For the interview.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.